all ones today. So for you that had it, hopefully you guys picked up some knowledge and you have a plan for it. If you do need 101, I'm probably gonna take a week off next week from 101s just as I need to catch some time with the family and friends and not be early until like mid-noon and or later. We take a week off. So if you need to schedule, it'll probably be a week after that we do 101s. Just a heads up. So whoever's interested, just so you know what's going on. In terms of tomorrow, I'll be trading live. So we'll just kind of go over the levels here and make sure everybody's on the same page. So as you guys know, we have, in terms of profiles on the shape here, we did close below the lowercase b shape here on the volume profile, and now we're kind of fighting with the PD value area low. There's a high chance that they might execute one of those tomorrow, which is the 80% rule. So we're gonna watch for a push up, and then there's a high chance that they can push one of these off. They do have a little bit of a hidden supply here. Let's see if this plays out at all. So usually when you're in a downtrend and they have these wicks that come up at these type of setups, they try to hide the seller here. So we'll watch this level, which happens to be also previous day value area low prior to the Friday. So Thursday's previous area low. So we'll watch this 41.65, see if it offers any resistance. But the target would be here that we're gonna be 41.70 here. So that's the bullish side. You really need this, PD value area low to be reclaimed. Not a lot of points. I mean, 17 points is good. If you're not confident in this play, then just wait for the POC to be reclaimed, and that's going to be a go-ahead sign. And then you see here, you have a pretty large shelf here. So something to kind of keep an eye on as you're trading tomorrow. And if you're above the POC, the 40.51 will be a level to offer some resistance here. So keep an eye on this here. And we've had the 41.5, so you're going to have to play fairly quick if it's chop. There's a lot of speakers lined up this week. I don't know if anyone's got a calendar handy, but there's a handful of Fed speakers coming up. So you might guys want to keep a calendar up as you're watching just to kind of avoid the volatility there. Okay. On the bearish side, we really have to break this 41.34. We've held it now a few times. So we popped it here, then we made it our support. They accepted it, and we quickly brought it back down from Friday way back to it. So if we want to go dump from here, there's a good chance if we break this that you're going to go to the bottom here, and there's a cluster of levels here between 40.90 and 40.80, 72. There's a ton. And look at these levels here that are lined up. I mean, there's just a lot here in this cluster. So pretty good chance that you're going to bounce from like 40.80. There's a VPOC there. If you guys go on like a 4-month session and you look where the value area high is, it's sitting right around 492, 491. So they most likely want to come back here at some point and accept that area. Another thing they could do is kind of go through it under and above, and then pop from here. But ideally what they want to defend is when they land here, they want to be able to defend that so it's accepted. So keep an eye on this level. If we slice through it, then your entries are somewhere around 480 to 470 area here, and then we'll just monitor. This is a pretty heavy area, and if you go on the weekly PVP, let me just switch quickly. If you go here and you enable it, you'll see that we close below the POC here for the week, right? And then you have a massive imbalance here, meaning there's no volume here at all. So if we do lose this level, am I going to wait for a big retest? No. They might not even give you a retest, because how many candles did it take them to go up on 1 hour? The answer would be 1. Yeah, they did it in 1 candle last time. So the same way they brought it back up, they have to fill this imbalance here that they created. Most likely they're going to bring it up. So there's a high chance that they can do what tomorrow in terms of volume profiles, if you look at this.
Dump it in the first hour.
So they can pump this, right? And then you're looking for, high volume nodes to be trading off of. right? So you have this massive one here. There's a low volume node here. We know that's an important fib that we use from all-time highs to lows, recent lows. So that's an important level. And then, there is a massive one here. I just don't know if they have the juice to bring it back up here, which of course they had a lot of juice lately to bring crap up, like a V-shaped recoveries. If they do bring it back up all the way up here, I'm definitely going to take a short just because if they do it somewhere before, let's see, this is 8 o'clock, somewhere in the afternoon, if they come in here and reject, I'll most likely take that short just because there's a, high volume node here, high volume node here, and this is a B-shaped B-shaped volume profile. Usually you want to short the high volume nodes. And there's a couple of them here. There's one here, around the value area high. And then if they break this one, this is it. I don't think they're going to break PD value area high tomorrow unless one of those speakers says something that, oh, hold on, Fed's chair speaks Tuesday. Okay. So Powell speaks Tuesday. So let's see. I think he might have some surprise news on Tuesday. So we'll watch this. So we have the bullish and the bearish scenario. This will be the bullish, and then we're going to watch the bearish, kind of play this out. Don't wait for a retest here to be perfect or identical. They might not give it to you. In this case, when, where they're fighting here now at demand zone, we're not getting a bounce as we did initially here, right? You guys see when the first time we came, we got like a spike. Now we're coming here and that spike's no longer there. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're aggressively buying at the moment. So we'll watch this. There's a potential flush here. As soon as they drop, they really, really could flush here, and we just got to take advantage of it. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. And then if you guys look at it in terms of monthly, right, your POC here, January is a VPOC. So if we do break that 470 level, I am pretty certain this level is just going to come down here fairly quickly, even though there's quite a bit of volume. But, majority of the volume was sitting here between these 4 days, I would say. It's right there at the POC. So I'll definitely watch that, kind of like 4020 and 4000. That'd be a key level to watch if we lose this area here. And you guys could draw the POC from the bottom to the top. And you'll see here, there's a POC from the top without any accumulations. I would think that they would want to bring it back in this range somewhere. If I extend this to the right and left, POC is going to shift probably a tad bit here. And 40, 33, 5. I would still expect this to be hit here. Okay. Any questions on this? It makes sense to plan for tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So in terms of balance, right? So if you guys look at the balance real quick, we are out of the balance, out of the January value area high, right? So we popped out of it. Now we might come back for the retest on that and see if we accept it. That's probably the best scenario they could do is this right here. Okay.
And there's a
And that-
VPOC there as well.
Yeah, there's a VPOC, January value area high, previous week value area low. I mean, everything is targeting this level, in my opinion. I think they want this level pretty bad. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get it. They might have a little spike and then down, but just be ready for this. Just 4 months from last month. So January plus Q3 or Q4. Okay. Let's see on SPY. I just actually started charting this. I was just looking at this channel that we had. When you look at this channel here on 265 minutes or 1 hour, whatever you want to use up to, we kind of popped out of it and we're still holding on here. It'll be interesting to see what we do. We do have a VPOC here as well. It seems like the 404 is going to be tagged within this week. They're going to come back here this week to tag this and move forward. It seems like that's what they've done previously. And I don't know if this is a VPOC to me. I think this is a VPOC here. Yeah, there's a VPOC, another one here. You guys have this one here as a VPOC?
Yeah.
And this one here, one more VPOC. So a handful of epochs here, which is, I wish there was one more, but there's not. Did they tag the previous week? Yeah. So I wish there was one more epoch, but there's not. They tapped this one immediately on the opening day here.
Shorty, you're on a 4 hour. You need to switch to 30 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be good, right?
No,
Tall
we'll see
guy.
that 392 epoch now.
Thank you for correcting. I'm almost half asleep, honestly.
Problem.
This one's a epoch. This one's not. This one might be here. So I guess we do have 4 epochs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we got 4 epochs, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll be tagging these fairly shortly here. Okay, so we got this. Yeah, so I'll watch the same thing on SPY. And then you guys see that there's a little bit of a space here between these. So they're probably gonna fly through this. So if we break 410 on SPY, this is our short below level. I would call that 410. We'll short it here. And then if you guys look at the volume profile on the weekly here. Yeah. We are well below the POC, the nodes here, the one that they're defending now. Last one right here, and then you literally don't have much till about 406.67. This would be the level of interest where you can kind of scale out, and then if you want to keep it for like $1, 20, 30, sure, you can do that. But I would definitely watch that. Here, let's see. So this is a weekly and a daily epoch here. So this level will be tagged sooner than later, I promise. And if you guys go in 30 minutes, there's a pretty good trend line you can draw here as well. Pretty sure they will look out for this one. So just keep an eye on this as you're trading. They can offer you a bounce here. So this could be a bounce here, right here around 406-ish. So if they come here, they could do a premature level bounce and then they come back through it, trap longs and push it here. They would create a lot of liquidity in that case. So that's something to watch out for. So short below 410. I honestly would not go long until this POC is reclaimed here. And if I was to turn this on for a second, there's a lot of space here, guys. Once we lose this, I would say 95% chance we're going to this epoch here. So just keep this in mind and just be patient tomorrow and we can get this to work out. If you had first week on the 1K challenge a little rough, use this as an opportunity because this is a fairly good setup, right? And if you're gonna go long, I would wait for this POC kind of pop above and then go long. So if you guys look here, I'll probably wait for this to clear here. Let's call it 413, 15. So for this supply to be gone. And not go along here. This would be my go along here. And it seems like this level here is going to be really, really difficult to reclaim for them. Unless they have some secrets coming up. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm going to cover tonight. I think we're going to make decent money tomorrow if they don't do any crazy gap ups or downs on ES or SPY, but it should be a pretty straightforward day. On the push up, I'm just going to be a little cautious on, as they run, because they had this massive sell off towards the end of the day. So we'll watch this, right? Just to make sure, because the volume picked up nicely here, right? So it was pretty good. A lot of buying came in here at the end, but that's 330 or whatnot, so I don't really pay attention to it much. Just make sure you know where your PD value area low and high are. I'm sorry, previous day low and previous day high are, and that way so you can kind of have a sentiment switch as well. If we go below PDL, you're kind of in that bearish sentiment. If we kind of push above the PDH, right, that's a confirmation of the bullish bias, but that's why we have PD POC and PD value area low as well. So we have a couple of things to use to gauge the sentiment for the days, and you should definitely use that. Don't use your feelings to figure that out. Okay. Any questions? Overnight.
Macari had one in chat.
Okay, let me see what that was. Yeah, I answered that. So I would honestly expect a little pump first, maybe to this POC here. I'm gonna enter a short here. I'm still long on this, so I'm gonna see how they play it out, and I'm gonna put a long short here below this level, 40-30 maybe, and then see if they gap something overnight. I'm gonna leave that trade on and manage it appropriately. Okay. Sorry for a short watch list. I'm just beat, and I'm literally just going to bed, turn off, and go to sleep right now. Gonna be like dumpster.
Thank you, Shorty.
Thanks, Shorty.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
See you,
Good
buddy.
night.
Shorty.
Thank
See you in the
you.
morning. Thanks, Shorty.
Good night, guys. Have a good one.
Good night. You too, Cuban.